That's a situation right there. Portland firefighters, extremely busy. Not only the police in riot gear, that's expected during a riot like this, but to have the fire department come out putting fire after fire out along the way.
And what's interesting about some of the firefighters and the medics that we saw this time is they are wearing different gear than they have ever worn before, because there were times in the past at different protests where people said we can't make you apart from the riot police, and this time they wore different gear so that they would be separate from the riot police, so that they can come in and help people, those medics, if people needed help on the ground, as well as to come in and put out some of the fires that you see burning right here.
Okay, I'm trying to get an update from Portland Police on the latest arrest number. There's two words here we want to use: arrest and then detained. And we know officially early there were 3 arrests, but then we saw a lot of people being detained with those plastic handcuffs. Now, we're not sure if those people will be arrested. We saw some being hauled off, but they definitely were detained. We saw at least a dozen or so, but we know there are at least 3 arrests.
Police also saying, though, that obviously criminal acts are being committed right now. That will be investigated, so they are asking everybody to send in your tips. Maybe you were down there and took some pretty good pictures of that happening. Maybe you have some good video. Portland Police has a very specific website where they post those certain things, those pictures and surveillance videos and things like that, and in the hopes that the public can ID them and then maybe go on and make an arrest and charge them with a specific criminal act.
Okay, we had some pretty violent protests right after the inauguration. We all remember that here in Portland. But those protests back then, back in January, pale in comparison to what we've seen this afternoon. We were expecting possibly some violence, some trouble, but none of us were expecting the violence to the extent that we've seen this afternoon. The fires, the breaking store windows, the throwing a flare inside a store. We had the video of them smashing a Portland police SUV and throwing a lighted flare inside of that. We weren't expecting anything like that, and we showed you the vandalism to different cars, including a Coin 6 News car parked on the street.
And some of those fires, Jeff, that you mentioned back during the election night and during the inauguration, they always try to start fires. These were some of the largest fires that we saw here, I think.
Okay, I think we have our Cole Miller standing by. Cole, what's your location again?
Yeah, we're still hanging out here at Southwest 5th and Jefferson, where it looks like a normal day now, a stark contrast to what we saw about a half hour ago. You can see vehicles moving freely through here. The MAX train once again running, TriMet buses running with little to no interruption. But 30 minutes ago, a far different scene. You can see people have thinned out here, not nearly the size of the crowd we saw just a few minutes ago. And it was just over here, if we can just pan, it was that west wall of City Hall where people were lined up behind that bus stop on the other side of that barrier, lined up with their backs against the wall. And like you said, being detained, that was a good point, Jeff, you made in distinguishing the difference between being arrested and being detained. We have to be careful to say that they're just detained at this point. And when you started talking about that, it got me wondering, you know, you were talking about the election protests, the Inauguration Day protests. Nothing obviously to the extent we have seen today, but a lot of those charges were dropped against those protesters, so you have to wonder if that's going to change with what we saw today. You know, it's unclear if they were able to nab anyone who was causing some of that damage. Again, that was taking place, a better part of an hour ago, but the police at that point were 2 to 3 blocks behind this crowd as the crowd continued to march all over downtown. Obviously, they didn't cover as much ground as we saw in some of those other protests, but the damage, it is just been catastrophic, really. To our cars, to the police SUV you mentioned, that video, the Target getting smashed up there. So you have to wonder what kind of action now prosecutors will take, and if anyone who was actually committing those acts of property damage were detained. Back to you.
All right. You know, Cole, you make great points. And Cole, the speed at which Portland police acted, I mean, this violence happened quickly, but Portland police moved in quickly. And within about an hour, this had de-escalated from extremely violent to what we're seeing right now. And Portland police saying things continue to de-escalate. But they moved in very, very quickly as we see another person being detained right there. That's a live picture.
And Jeff, it de-escalated overall rather quickly as well, which I think is almost more sad that this much damage can be done
so quickly.